We all wear multiple hats. We all have this balancing act of who you are, all the things that you do, and all that you want to accomplish. Now, to be honest, I am a wife, I am a stepmom, I am an employee, I'm a daughter, right? There's all these hats that I wear for all these areas of my life. And I can be honest, right now, in this time when I'm filming this, I have not filmed in 2 weeks. Other things have become priority, other things have come up. And honestly, it has made me feel overwhelmed sometimes. And then I have to remind myself that I have multiple areas of life and I have multiple things that are going to take my time, my energy, and really taking that a step back is, what are these areas of life? How are they going to help me balance and achieve success and bloom into the person I want to become? And why do I even need them? And where can they benefit me in the long run? So welcome back to Balanceful Blooming. My name is Bridget. I am 26 years old. As I said, I'm a wife, a stepmom. I work a full 9 to 5. I have a passion project. I am a daughter. I am all these things. And all I want to share here is how to build this community of people that are believing in themselves, building the life of their dreams, balancing their day-to-day life, and blooming into this person that they want to become. Because it is so important that you not only understand who you are, but you understand where you're going, who you want to become, and how you're going to do that with every single area of life. So today we are jumping right into our areas of life. We have multiple hats that we wear. As I keep saying, you have these versions of yourself that are all different and that they all have their own purpose and they all have their reasoning to who you are. We are not just one person, we are multiple things that are added up together. So it's really important that you not only understand your areas of life, why you have them, what they even are for you and your life, and then how they can help you balance and bloom into this person once you have built them and you can become this overall bigger version of yourself that is fully leveled up. So first off, why do you even need areas of life and what are they? Let's start with, what are your areas of life? Now, these are your categories of life. They are things that you put into different categories. We will talk about mine in a little bit, but I really want to talk about what these areas of life are. They are from as small as your home, your time, the way you plan your business, your career, and moving forward. Those are just a few of mine. But then why do you need them is because you need to understand where everything goes. That means your goals, that means your actions, that means your priorities, your boundaries. Where do they sit in your version of life? Now, we are all one big human being that is made up with who you are. So yes, I'm Bridget, I am this person, but I have multiple assets and multiple areas of who I am that are broken down into these categories of how I achieve my life, how I find balance, and how I can really set the priorities for every single season of life. Now, it's really important to understand what they are, why you need them, because every season of life is going to kind of shift your areas of life of priority. You can't do it all at once, and this will organize not only your tasks, your thought process, your goals, but it's also going to let you understand what area of life and what season of life you need to focus on within yourself, that you cannot always be 100% in every single category. Of course, you will always have to give 5% or 10% of that season of life to every single area. You can't just avoid a part of your life or who you are, but it is important that you find this balance and organization to achieve greatness in different times for different areas of life. So let's break down what my areas of life are, and then we will talk about how we bloom those all together by balancing them and getting not only the priorities, but how you can achieve success with each area of life. About my areas of life, I used to have 12 of them, and now I've broken them down into 10, typically 9, and then another category. And what each of these are, I will break them down. So number 1 is time. This is really important to scheduling, planning, prioritizing, and understanding that we all get the same 24 hours a day, but how can I schedule time block and prioritize to be most efficient. So when I talk about time goes into every single day, every single season of life, but how I'm doing that is going to change different seasons of life and different times. Health and wellness is next. This is my mind, my body, and my soul. So really taking care of every aspect of my health and wellness. This is important for not only the type of movement that I do, what I am intaking for food, the appointments for my dental, my primary care, for my eye doctors, all of those things, plus self-care. How am I taking care of my body? How am I taking care of my mind? And how am I taking care of my soul throughout the days and weeks? So you can see that these first two kind of always go into every single day or every single season of life, but they will not be priorities all of the time like the rest of these. So the next one is family and home. You need to have systems for your household, your chores, your family traditions, your holidays, your birthdays. Who needs to be where? When is it sports season? When is it activity season? When is it this type of lifestyle? When is it summer vacation? What systems and routines do you need? This is your cleaning schedule for your house. This is when you go on family outings. This is when you hang out with your family, when you hang out with the people that you are taking care of. So for me, this is my husband, this is my stepson, this is my mom, this is my mother-in-law. All of these people are my family, my home, but I also need to make sure that I am keeping a cleansed house, that I have an organization, that I have the things that need to happen. We have school, we have all of these things that are family and home that are beyond myself. So these are my immediate family and how I show up for them. So we have Sunday dinners every other week. We have school activities. We have summer vacation. We have sports. All of these things add up towards who you want to be and who you are becoming. And that's me as a wife and a stepmom and a daughter-in-law, a daughter, a family member, and how I am showing up for each of these things and prioritizing it and making sure that I am my best self in that time when it is necessary. Next is work, business, and passion projects. So I have two things in this category because this is your career, this is your side business, this is your passion. So Balance While Blooming is in this, and my 9-to-5 job as a legal assistant. It's really important that you plan and set goals for not only where you want to be next year, but 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Is this the career or passion that you want to develop a purpose around, or develop a goal, an action, and dream for this next level? Is where you're going with not only your career, your side business, or your passions, that it is becoming a purpose and that there is a bigger reasoning for you as you level up, that it is not holding you back from where you want to go. So it's really important that you separate your work and life, and that is something that I kind of had passion project as its own category, and I felt like it was really important to understand that I have busy seasons at work, I have busy seasons in life, and that sometimes this business that I'm creating with Balance While Blooming needs to take a step back and its own category and understand that it is a job for me, that I want to make it beyond a hobby, so it's more of a passion project to become a purpose. Next is finances. I talk about finances a lot here. This is mostly understanding where your money comes in and out, how you are handling not only the income that you get, but you are making sure that you can pay your expenses, save, invest, and know how much you can spend in a timely manner. So setting up the systems and routines to deal with your finances. For us, we do monthly resets and I do weekly check-ins that we just check in as a family, understand where we're at and what our next paychecks are estimated to be, especially for my husband who's paid weekly and hourly, but for me, for salary, we know when our bills are going to be paid. Are they on auto pay? What do I need to pay? What do I need to do? And making sure our finances are in a position for us to level up and do our bigger goals with finances. Personal development it's really important that you are always on your growth journey from the inside out. You need to recognize where you are going from within. You don't want to be the same person you were last year. You don't need to be the end goal, but you need to always be working on your personal development, your journaling, your mindset, all of these things while learning new skills and new avenues that come your way, because it's really important that you understand the things that you can invest in and the knowledge that you can learn, and that you are continuously growing and learning and understanding new things along the way. Next is spiritual and faith. I know that some people feel like they don't need this. I do think it is important that you still have a category that is spiritual and faith, because it's something beyond yourself. We just talked about personal development. We just talked about that inner self, but how can you be spiritually or faith driven for others? How are you pouring yourself into each other, into others beyond yourself, and really grounding for something more in the life? This is not just community, but maybe how you give back. This could be how you volunteer. This could be your faith, a religion, a belief, or just believing in the universe overall, and how you can help not only yourself but others beyond your inner thoughts. How can you help someone, give and respect someone that is maybe doing less than you, or just needs your wisdom or your thoughts? You never know what a smile could do for someone, or just talking something out with someone, or understanding how they could feel can be so much more than you ever expected when you put yourself out there and give someone the time of day. Next is travel and venture. It's really important, especially for me as an area of life, to explore new cultures and explore the world. We want to travel, we want to go on adventures, and we want to make sure that not only do we travel the world, but we stay in our community and understand from a travel point of view. We live on Cape Cod. It is so intentional for us to understand that people want to travel, adventure, and enjoy our culture here by the water, enjoying this lifestyle that we live. And it's so important to do that in other places and travel and take a step back from your mundane day-to-day life and do as much as long trips, week-long trips. You can always do a couple nights, you can do a weekend, you can do anything that kind of gets you out of the regular routine to have fun and travel and explore beyond your own culture, your own day-to-day thoughts, and where you live, because there's so much more out in the world. Social and fun. This is your friendships, this is your hobbies, these are the activities that you do, and just kind of what lightens up your soul. Make time for things that matter to you beyond your goals. Make sure that you have downtime, that you surround yourself with people that you enjoy, that you make happy memories with, and that really make you smile and think outside of the box. Now, for me, my husband and I are very much attached at the hip, but we are working towards our social life, our friendships, and really stepping out of just being with each other. And it's really important that you also have hobbies for yourself. You have hobbies with your significant other, you have hobbies with your family, that there are different areas that you also go into this social life, because having your own hobbies, things that make you happy, are going to help with not only your personal development, other seasons of life, and really setting your soul up for success to become this next person. You're going to bloom, you're going to build, you're going to be happy, you are going to fall forward, and that's where all of these areas of life come together. But I want to be honest, there should be an other category for seasons of life that just do not fit into any area of life, such as pregnancy, moving, weddings, getting married, engagement. All of those things are things that do not fit directly, that you need to put your time and energy into. So it's really important that you have an other category. These 10 categories are what fits for me. Now, if you are someone who has other things that go on, or things that you feel like you need to plan more, set systems for, routines, habits, all of these things, it's really important that you understand where your goals are and how you can put those into your areas of life. With that all being said, how do you even balance all of these? How do you achieve who you want to become and bloom into the person you want to become? You need to set goals for every area of life. Now, I did in quarter 2 go into this new categories with these new areas and set more distinct goals for every single area of life, because in the beginning of 2025 I had a few other goals and they just got overwhelming. It was too much and I had to really take a step back and condense my areas of life to what was actually going to be beneficial to me, for our family, for myself. And it was really important that the areas of life that I set are going to create this person that I want to be. I want to level up in every single area. I want to make sure that I am succeeding in every single area. And when I believe in these areas, that I can achieve in every single one, and that is going to make me me. And that being said, I also know that I'm building every single day by time blocking my days with these areas. What is important? What do I need to do? What fits into these categories? What doesn't? What priorities do I need to set? And what habits, routines, systems do I need to create and automate so that every single one of these areas of life become with intention, that they know what is possible, but understanding that maybe this month I focus on family, social life. Next month I am focusing on personal development and my spirit and faith. And then the next month I'm working on my time management, my health and wellness, or I am going to travel a lot this month. So that means my finances are going to be a little bit less because I need to put money in. All of these kind of work together. So understand that when you are planning out your day or looking at success or trying to become this next person that you want to be, this next level of who you want to become, is intentional. But understand that each of these areas of life are just to keep you in a box, keep you structured so that you know how to focus. You can always expand them, understand who you are, what you're made up of, and what you want to have success into. I think that these 9 to 10 fit into most people's lives. I feel like that they are intentional, that they fit into the average person's lifestyle, because let me tell you, we all have family, we all have time, we all can go on mini vacations, we all should have a social life, we should all figure out our finances, we should all be working on our personal development. They all come together, but it's really important in this time, either in this month, this week, this day, these 6 months, this quarter, this year, you understand where your focus is in every single area of life, because you've set a goal. You're not like, I want to become next level. Because if you were just to say, I want to become next level in every aspect of my life, what are those aspects? What are those aspects that are going to make you level up? What are the things that you need to set as priorities? What habits do you need to change? What sections of your life do you need? And remember that we all give energy, time, and excitement to what we believe in, what we build. How we're balancing that is up to you. But to really bloom your life and become this next level, you must know what your priorities are. You must know the aspects of your life that you want to achieve, and you need to start taking steps in that direction. So the first things first is always setting up your areas of life, understanding what they even are, and really making it intentional with how you balance to bloom. Because here at Balance While Blooming, not only are we a community that talks about mindset, productivity, and so much more, but I want to give you the tangible aspects of really setting yourself up for success, and knowing your areas of life is really important. And as I said, these are mine. You may have other things that align with your life, and that's okay. But it's really important that these categories, these areas of life, are with intention for you to not only set goals, for you to balance your days, but also to really show up and have a focus and a plan for who this next level is in every single category. Because yes, I am Bridget and I am who I am, but I am all of these aspects and all of these people because I wear multiple hats and I want to achieve different things in different areas of life. So I need to set my focus into every single one. So I hope this inspires you to not only set your areas of life, set goals towards your areas of life, and start taking action towards each of these categories to become this person that you want to be. So as always, keep balancing, keep blooming, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.